guys, welcome back, or welcome here if you're new. Forgot my light. You guys can't notice the difference, but I can see everything in front of me when I have that lamp on. Anyway guys, I figured today that I would just show you guys a few of my favorite products and a few new things that I've been trying, because if you guys know, skin is my biggest thing. I like my skin to look very smooth, not very aged. I am 48 years old. I have dry skin, and it's normal to dry. I'm dry in my T area, especially like right around here, my nose, and right through here, and of course the under eyes. So I've been trying this new little thing. I've noticed a lot of YouTubers use products, and you're like, oh, that sounds great, but can we trust them? And that's kind of where it ends. So I got a couple products myself, and I tried them out. Some of them are working great. Some of them are just and I'm going to show you the ones that I have been using, that I have been liking, and let's get to it. Yes, I still have the bruise. This is from having filler done. I am going to do kind of a filler video. I'm not like the expert on it. I'm just going to discuss with you guys my experiences and whatnot, and I'm going to talk to the girl that does my filler and see if she would be interested in doing kind of a Q&A with me. Anyway, this is the Winky Lux, the whipped cream primer. You guys may have seen other YouTubers using this. This stuff is insane. It is, and it does. You see how puffy that is? The hardest thing for me is getting it out of the container, because I hate things getting under my nails. So, and without using like a crap ton of this, which, if you guys know me, I use quite a bit of primer. Okay, this is what it looks like here, and you just I kind of pick it up and just kind of start working it in, pressing it, and I do this in the areas. I have a really big pore there. When I was a kid, I had a blackhead that was just out of control, and it left this big hole in my face. My mother always told me, you're going to have holes in your face, and I didn't believe her. Guess I kind of should have, but thank God that's the only couple. I only have a couple. Okay, so I go ahead and work that on. And I like to get that really good in the areas where I have problems with with foundation looking good, which is right here under my eyes, because I don't really use concealer. I don't have a lot of dark spots, knock on wood. Okay. Now, I ran across this because they had it on sale at, I believe it was Sephora, with their little pop-up sale. This is the Laura Geller Filter First foundation. I use that. That is a more runny kind of, well, it's been sitting here for a minute. It is more of a runny kind of foundation. It does run on the tad bit dark side, so if you're fair like me, it is a little on the darker side of fair, but I like it because it doesn't have that real yellowy tint. It has more of a tan kind of beige tint, which I can work with a lot better. This is the Sephora sponge. If you guys haven't seen me using this, I've been crazy about it, which I'm not a big sponge person, but this has just been working wonders for me, and I've been absolutely loving it. But that combination is just really so pretty, and I feel like it makes my skin just look really nice. It's not full coverage. It is a low medium coverage, which you'll see right here. You can kind of see my bruise still. It'll kind of look like just a almost looks like a shadow when I'm done, because you do have to set this. This isn't one of those that sets down real well on its own. Let me grab a little bit more of this. It does take me three to four pumps of this to cover my face with this sponge. I do wash my sponges out pretty much daily. I use a deep, like a brush cleanser on them once a week. But daily, I will use a face cleaner. I'll just use a real mild face cleaner and just like lightly kind of put a little bit in my hand and kind of just rub, just like a You know, the way that your mom always told you not to wash your hands, that's how I wash these. Just quickly, kind of, just to get the surface foundation off of it. The other day, I'll tell you a funny story. The other day, I walked out, and I'm bad about it. I'll take my foundation, and I'll put it right here, and then I'll go do this. And see that little bump right there? I left it on the other day. I'm actually in Ulta, and all the girls there. I'm in actually talking to them about makeup, and the girl is looking at me, and I'm like, you know, she didn't even say nothing, which I'm the kind of person, I'm going to tell you. I don't care. Would you rather somebody tell you, which I would, or not? There we go with that. It took me a little longer today, but I'm kind of trying to pay attention. I try to pay so much more attention when I'm on here, you know, as far as doing that. You know, and today I'm going to use just a mixture of products, stuff that I've been using and just really enjoying. I don't see a lot of people talk about this, and I don't know why, because it is a really good powder. This is the Pro Glow powder, the pressed powder. It's half, you've seen me use this before, it's half, half luminous and half not. You can kind of, it's hard to show in my hand, but I like to go in with, this is the CB4 from Furless, and mainly I concentrate this around my mouth, across my forehead, and my cheek area, just to make sure. I don't like to completely lose that dewiness, and that's why I use this powder. That way I can still have that little bit of dewiness to it, but my foundation is set down, and other products will blend well on it. You'll see this doesn't take long at all. Where did I set everything? Here we go. This is Bare Minerals. I bought this by accident. This is called the Invisible Bronzer, and if you are fair skinned like me, you will probably love this. Now, where's that little brush that I like to use? This is one of the brushes out of Jaclyn Hill's first set. This is the Morphe R10. And you see, I need to clean that. I just kind of go in, tap it off, and just I kind of start up here. See, I'm just kind of warming the face up a little bit, not a lot. And, you know, this is daytime makeup for me, so I'm not contouring. But if you watch, I am kind of concentrating this into that area to kind of take away from the roundness of my face, and I like to make it look like I got sun. And when I get sun, I get it right across my nose, get right across my forehead. There we go. And I just kind of blend that off like that. You see, it's not like a super crazy bronzer. If you have fair skin, this is really good stuff. And I don't do like a super heavy makeup look when I'm doing this, but this is the Rose Gold Blush Duo from Jouer in Marigold and Rose Petal. That's what's there. And this is the luminous side. This is well, they're both kind of luminous, not a lot, but I like this side, but I do tap just slightly into that side still. Brush it off, and I am not a big blush person. See how I just barely tap that on, and then I go with my nice fluffy brush and just kind of blend that off. And that is it. Now, one of you guys was asking me about brows and how I just noticed the other day that this is my favorite pencil. This is the Precisely My Brow number 4, and it is done. It's empty. So I'm going to use this guy today, but since he doesn't have a little a spoolie on it, which I always spoolie my brows out because it seems like I always get foundation and it really aggravates me. Plus this thing doesn't have this contour pen. It's really cool. I used to have these pens when I was a kid, and I absolutely love them. This is the medium brown, but I like the brown light. And I'm going to go in with it's not the deeper shade, it's a lighter shade of these two. I'm not really sure what this comes out to in their numbered pens, But I just kind of come underneath and just kind of you see how I just kind of followed how my hairs are? And then I'll go across and I'll just draw a few hairs. Basically, I'm just filling my brows in and giving them a little definition. It took me forever. I used to sit in front of the mirror and absolutely just like, I was almost in tears. I just could not get my brows. I watched everybody's brow tutorials, and that was the problem. I tried to copy everybody else's brow tutorial and how they did their brows, and that was the problem. You need to sit down with a pencil you feel comfortable with. The easiest way to start out with is a pencil, a thin, you know, easy kind of defined pencil, because they're so easy to, like, you can just draw on a single hair. And what you want to do is start out just drawing little hairs on there, and that's about it, you know. And then you can kind of fill them in. I started off when I had absolutely nowhere to go and nothing to do, and that's how I learned how to do my brows. And I just kind of add new little flares to it every once in a while. Now I'm going to go in with the highlight color, the light color. One thing with this, if you twist it out, you can't twist it back in. So I only twist out a tiny bit. What I like to do is highlight right there on that brow. Right across here, but I come across here. I come down here a little bit. Here I just lightly. And that just kind of gives me a little arch that I don't really have on my own. Yeah, I lift my eyebrows when I'm doing this. I don't know why. I've just always done it. But, you know, when it comes to this, do whatever's comfortable. Whatever, you know, whatever you think looks good. Don't worry about what's in style. Don't worry about, you know, who's doing what and this or that. Because you're just going to aggravate yourself, and you're really going to you're going to cause yourself more heartache than you need. I'm trying to find my little brush, which I usually have it out, and for some reason I can't find it. Oh, I like one of these spoolies like this. I like to bend them because I brush through my lashes out, you know. I have a hard time with my lashes. I swear I am like so neurotic when it comes to them, because I can't stand them to stick together. I can't stand those little clumps in them. I can't stand them to stick together. And that's why I prefer the these little trial size, whatever you want to call them, because those you can use them and throw them away. You know, where you don't feel like you're using it forever. But there we go. And that's like pretty much all I do for my brows. Now, what am I going to do for my eyes? I have been really absolutely loving this, and I might as well pull it out and show you what I've been doing with it. You guys have seen me use this quite a few times. If you guys are on my Insta stories, I am constantly, this is like kind of been my go-to eye thing lately, is the Sultry palette from AVH, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm gonna grab my, I don't know, I think this is actually a 441. It doesn't have a number. It came in the Essentials kit. Now I go right into Twig. You can start out a little lighter if you want. I go into Twig and then just tap twice into Fresh. I lift my eyebrows because I want to get this deep into, see, I want to get it deep into there, and I have hooded eyes. And I want that on the outer 3/4. And I kind of let my eye go down. There we go. And when it's almost all off, I'll just kind of round it in. All I'm doing is kind of giving myself an eye socket. You know, kind of making my eye look a lot deeper than it really is. A couple times in there, twice in that, tap it off. Same thing over here. All I'm doing, like I said, is just kind of giving myself a little definition, because I have very hooded eyes. And if you have hooded eyes, you'll know the struggle. See how that just really pulls that. It pulls that little, I call it a fat roll. You can call it whatever you want. I call it my little fat roll. That little roll that hangs over your eyelid that makes it look like, you know, you have no eyelid. So what I do is I just, anything you want to go back, you darken. Anything you want to come forward, you lighten. So what I do is I will always darken that part right there, because I want that piece to go back. And I want it to look like I have I have, you know, deeper socket eyes. I would die for some deep socket eyes, I'll tell you. I'm gonna just slightly run that in the corner. That's just twig straight by itself. Just right in that corner. You know, you can do it lighter or darker. I've been kind of doing the same look with this, but I think today I want to do something, kind of wanting to do something a little different, but I can't make up my mind. I love this brush right here. This is, it says Beth Beauty Eye Spring. I don't know where I got this. It's just a flat kind of packer brush. I think actually this was a concealer brush. I love to use this on my lids. I'm going to go, let me see. I'm going to spray this first, if I can find my spray. I've got everything kind of moved around. I'm redoing my whole room, as I've told you guys 100 times. As soon as I start redoing it, that's the other thing. What is with all these releases? This is, I just dampened my brush. Now you can do this into shimmer colors. I wouldn't suggest wetting a matte because you can ruin them. But this, I'm going into Pearl right here, and Pearl is kind of, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and use my finger. Pearl just is not one to really cooperate. You see how it got real splotchy? But I like to make sure that's nice and clean. You do get some fallout with this color, but there we go. Mama, what are you doing? Go lay down. Mama. My cat is outside my door, and she's scratching. And I keep seeing out of the corner of my eye this little foot tucked under my door. It's very cute. There we go. That is Pearl, which Pearl is the lightest of the shimmer colors in this palette, and one of my favorites. It's very similar to, I think it's Dreamer or Wanderer. That's this color right here, Pearl. Now, the same brush, I'm just going to darken that outer corner, and I'm going to grab this color right here. This is, I don't know how to say it. Dystopian. Dystopian? I don't know. I give up. I'm just going to pat this. I'm going to pat this in that corner. You don't have to get real neat and tidy right there, because what I'm going to do, and you see I did not tap that off, and the reason why I did that is I want that color nice and dark. I'm going to tap that down into here. There we go. Now I'm going to grab a little more defined brush. Where is it? Here it is. This is another brush that doesn't have a name, and actually I think I figured out what this was. I'll figure it out one day, and I'm just going to lightly tap into that same color just to get a little bit on there, and I'm going to kind of work that, just really patting that and working that over into that color. There we go. Just kind of blending it off. You can dip into Fresh and just kind of help in that corner right there on the edge, because you don't want to get too dark. And the reason why I go into Fresh and not into Twig is because that color is so dark that once you mix it in with it, it gets very close to Twig. There we go. I really am loving this palette. You know, I almost did not order this palette, and I would be kicking myself because I haven't really watched a lot of other people's tutorials, but this and the Modern Renaissance, I think, are really two of my favorites. Even though I am really super purple's like my favorite color, you know, so I do like the Norina palette. But for like daily looks, I have been really just loving this, especially because we're going into fall. There we go. I know this looks nothing like super special, but it just, I think it gives you a nice, like it says, sultry look. Now I'm going to grab my little flat brush here, and I'm going to tap into that brown color and just come in here on my lower lash line, and as tight as I can, I'm going to get up on that lash line, on that corner. And I'm going to come up and do my little shadow. I love shadow wings. That is like my favorite, how to outline my eye is with these shadow wings, because I just think it really gives a good shape to my eye, especially with the hoodedness of my eye, because it's not so, you know, shocking, so defined. There we go. It's so hard to get these even. There we go. That is so pretty. So pretty. Now I'm going to clean this off, and you guessed it, I'm going to go into Bloom right here. I love this color. Somebody told me this is in another palette. I haven't taken time to actually look. I'm just going to do this right in the center of the lower lash line. Right there. In that center. I'm going to dust that off, and I'm going to just go into Twig right here, and I'm going to start off in this outer corner and just kind of blend that over into it. I don't want to lose it, so I'm just going to, I'm using Twig so it's not so dark to blend that over. I don't like how that's sitting right there, but there we go. Clean that off again. You're going to make sure it's nice and clean. You know, if you don't feel comfortable doing it this way, you can start off with the lighter colors. Now I'm going to go into Rose Quartz right here with the same brush. And I'm going to come along my lower lash line and bring that over to that Bloom color. It's where I need a shorter one of these. I'm always afraid I'm going to poke it into the palette because I am so blind. I am badly, badly nearsighted. Now you can also come up here and just put a little bit of that rose gold on the top on here, just to kind of help frame the eye a little more if you want. I like to keep it on the bottom for the most part, so, but I did want to show you how that looked. Now I'm going to go in with this little, this is a little tiny, this is actually a liner brush, but really it's kind of too fluffy to be a liner brush, I think. And I'm going to take that, ooh, let me clean under my eyes. Let me get this fallout out of here. The fallout is not that bad for an Anastasia palette. This is nothing, but if you keep your brush cleaned off, you know, tapped off every time you dip in, and just make sure not to overload your brush with product, you'll always have it just perfect. I'm going to tap that into there. Now you can also, if you want to kind of bring more color right here, you can right on the edge brighten that up. I like to brighten that up right in here. Kind of run it from the inner corner right there, and kind of that little piece of skin of your eyelid right there. I like to make sure that that's got a nice little coat on it. There we go. And you can also, if you want, kind of tap right there. We did highlight with that eyebrow pencil, and I like to just take a tiny bit of this right in that corner right there. It makes just a slight difference, but it kind of pulls that eye up a little bit. I love, love, love this look. I don't know why. You know, I feel like I put too much blush on. So I'm going to go ahead and just, this is what I put my foundation on with. I'm just going to tap right along here. I'm also going to tap under my eyes and kind of clean that up right there. That's one thing I like about this particular sponge. It's pointed, but if you look, it has a very small flat area, so you can come in and just really get that. Get a nice clean area right there. There we go. See, I'm not a big concealer wearer, and then really I don't think I need it too much. Thank God, because you know, it's always nice for you not to have to, you know, do more to your face than you feel like you need. I'm going to grab this bronzer and just kind of define this a little bit right here, because I'm going to wear my hair down, and I want to kind of define that cheek a little bit more. I was going to wear my hair up, and I decided not to. See, I'm just kind of it kind of helps bring that cheek in. If you have more of a round face like I do, you will understand why you like that. I don't contour my nose a whole lot. There we go. And that is it. Just grab a little bit of highlighter. Let me go ahead and spray. I'm going to use this. This is the Smashbox. You know, it's really confusing what happened with this, because this was supposed to be Nicole Concilia's little deal with Smashbox, where she supposedly helped with the scents on these. But besides the outer, that plastic pack, her name's not on it. When you see the display in the store, her name's not on it. I don't understand. I feel like it's kind of not really nice what they do to her. But if you ever get into this and you're offered a collab, always make sure you have a contract. This is Rose Gold. This is the highlighter that came in a package with the blush I used. They had a little, I think it was Blush and Glow or something. I'm going to grab that, and I'm just going to lightly, not going to go crazy. Now this is a highlighter you can go nuts with, but I am not going to go crazy today. Not going to go too crazy today, because I'm just going to run errands, and you know, people look at you funny when you go wearing a ton of makeup. I thought I had too much blush, and then I wound up with not enough blush. Now, what am I going to put on my lips? I had the perfect gloss picked out too, and now I can't find it. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use this. This is Oh Sweetie from MAC, and this is Coconut Macaroon. This is the scented. These things smell incredible. This is kind of a metallic, really pretty. It's got kind of a pink shift. It's a nude with kind of a pink shift to it. I thought that would look pretty with this eye. Unlike most flavored glosses like this, it's not real heavy, and it doesn't have that kind of sticky, slimy feel. I like this because it's more of like a cream gloss, and it's stinking pretty. I'm gonna grab my Sumatra and throw that. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put some. I'm going to put something different in my waterline today, but I probably won't. You know what? Let's go ahead and I'm going to put black in my waterline today. I never do that, but we're going to do it today. I'm going to grab Smashbox in this is the Always Sharp in Raven. Why is this not? There it goes. I love these because you just turn them and they sharpen right up. Actually, this one's kind of running low, which is crazy. I don't wear black a whole lot, but this look does look good with black. There we go. And these are waterproof, so they are really good for this. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten my eye too. There we go. Throw on some mascara, which I have been absolutely loving the oh my goodness, where is it? Here it is. I have been loving this NARS, the Climax. This gives you curl to your lashes, which is crazy. I do still like that Thrive lash that gives you really insane length. But I wear glasses, and sometimes it's just a pain in the butt when your lashes are that long. Plus, I'm not going for like crazy glam. I'm just going for some pretty dark lashes. I like this because I can dip once and do both eyes, and that is kind of a rarity with mascaras. But I don't like heavy mascara. Matter of fact, 99% of the time I forget to wear it and I never even notice till I'm in my car and I see in the rearview mirror my lashes looking like chalky because I get eyeshadow on them. And that is it. And that is it, guys. I'm really glad you joined me today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.